Action dan ada di Sama Tahalu Remix. Dari action dan ada di Sama Tahalu Remix. Dari action dan ada di Sama Tahalu Remix.
It's my 11th year now, and I'm still staying here. I started 2009, so I was direct hired from the Philippines by my previous company. So luckily or fortunately, I was able to come here from a direct hire from the Philippines. So for straight 10 years, it was my first and last company. But I resigned last year and like to pursue another opportunity or to find another career which will enable me to realize my goal, like a career, some kind of career shifting. And yeah, I'm still here and trying to find my luck or opportunity at this point in time. But hopefully I believe that I can, find one. Living outside of my country, and it's not my own country, I felt during my first year here is like full of homesickness. So but like after 2 or 3 months I was able to adjust myself here, okay, while staying here in UAE, Abu Dhabi. So because in here you will not feel alone or sad because of when you go outside you can find many Filipinos, and then you're going to feel like home because of there are many stores, department stores that really cater to Filipinos, like the Filipino goods, the clothes. You can find department store which is clothing or goods coming from China. So it's like a little divisoria here wherein you can find or get your necessary useful things that are used inside your kitchen. So there's a little divisoria here. So whenever I go there, there's a lot of Filipinos buying as well. So it's like a little Manila. So you're not going to feel alone and sad and very lost because you're going to be approached by the kabayans, and they're going to tell you, or they're going to ask you, how are you, kabayan? Where are you working? And it's like initiating a conversation with them. So it feels like really home, like this is my second home now, so I'm not feeling lost. So inside our building there are a lot of Filipinos, majority of those residents here are all Filipinos. So you can find them anywhere, like going to places with a bike, or if you want to go to any park, or the grocery store wherein you can buy pork, like the pork. You can see all the Filipinos out there like craving or getting pork as their staple food. Not only rice. So but as compared before and now, the prices of the goods are a bit high because of the tax that they have imposed here to some goods, or to all of the goods actually. And also not only the goods but also the electronics, the appliances that you need. And since I started here like 2009, with 100 dirhams I can buy all the things that I need. And there's even a change like two or three bags full. You can go out with that kind of bags quantity. So it's really, cheap. You can buy all the cheap things here. Although you should not convert just like what you're doing in the Philippines, because of course you will realize that's still the same thing or even more in the Philippines, like when you convert. So it's not all that, that hurt that you can feel when you buy something here. Teaching is my passion, and I had my teaching experience from the Philippines. I had like 1 year experience handling students from early years, like the preschool. However, okay, yeah, in this pandemic situation here, even though I'm actually finding or looking for a job, while I'm looking for a job, I found myself like searching the I found myself searching online, like be it virtual assistants or any kind of online jobs wherein I can keep up myself from living here. And I browsed some of the online work, which is really my passion, that is teaching. So I was able to apply in one or three online sites like ESL sites, and I came across the online teaching one-on-one, and I started last May of this year. So that's it. The rest is history. I started it and I'm loving it because of, first and foremost, I can work at the comfort of my home, and I'm earning a lot, and there's no schedule to follow, there's no restrictions. So the time is very flexible, and you can even decide not to go to work or just put it off, or if you're ready, whenever you're ready, you can log in and then teach Japanese students. So for the Japanese students, they're not difficult to handle, so they're all friendly, and the technique is actually just to handle it, how them the technique is just to handle them well, or treat them well during the lesson. So I've learned that even if they want to learn something like grammar or composition, English composition, or English conversation, the tip here or the technique here is to treat them well. So you just have to openly talk to them and connect with them with what they're thinking, okay, and just wear a smile. So just initiate a talk, like a casual talk. Although, of course, it's a must to follow the topic, but however, do interject some practical examples wherein they can relate, or they can really relate well in English. So you just have to teach them with all your heart, and then you don't have to pretend that you're really a teacher, but just be like confident to talk, or to initiate the talk that they need. And then there's a like assurance that you can take care of them all throughout the 26 minutes, all throughout the lesson. So there should be like a trust that you're going to build with them, because trust is very important, I believe. Not only teaching the the theory or the discussion or the topic, but also to build trust. Okay, so like one-on-one with your student. If there's no trust that you can build, and at the end of the lesson, it always have a big impact on you, like be it positive or be it negative. So that's why try to consider making a relationship with them, like to that extent, like up a minute upon the start of the lesson and at the end of the lesson. That's the trick. So you can, so they can trust you. Not only online, of course, they're going to keep coming back into your class if they already trust in you. So that's the technique that I'm employing. So that's why I can easily say that I'm maintaining like a high mark or high grade. And unfortunately, pandemic came, like it started March this year, and all of the restrictions, all of the lockdown we actually had experienced here, and the moving in out of this emirate or the place is really prohibited. So they all closed the mall and all the public places, and we're required to protect ourselves, like wearing protective equipment like the gloves and the mask. And it continues. We experienced the lockdown like 3 to 4 months back, so it's really difficult for us to really adjust on that situation, like coronavirus situation. Everywhere, like there's a curfew, like from, let's say, like from 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock up until this 6 o'clock a.m. the following morning. You're not allowed to go out because of the curfew. And during that time, like at midnight, you can see all the truck, having sterilization drive, like to clean up or to do the fogging, so to clean all the unwanted viruses around. So you can see them around. But today, of course, they ease out, so we can go out now. There's no curfew, but there's some restrictions going in and out of Abu Dhabi, especially those from Emirati to another Emirati. So, and there are also social distancing rule that we have to follow. Otherwise, now they're imposing fines, heavy fines for not wearing your mask. For example, like 3,000 dirhams if the police or if the officials caught you like removing your mask, you're not wearing properly, so you're going to be fined like a 3,000 dirhams. That's a lot. And of course we cannot actually blame them, because they want to spread they want to control as much as possible or regulate, control the viruses spreading nowadays. So to actually avoid any spread out of infections to occur, like especially the wave 2 that they're predicting to happen. And the situation right now, all of the things around us are open: groceries, the malls, the public places, the parks, and then recently the churches will open, like the mosque. Okay, so people can freely worship and do their activity, but of course observing the proper distancing rule, and also the protective equipment or the gear, like the mask and the gloves. Okay, situation in the hospital, there are few people around, and like 3 to 4 months back, all of the people are really afraid to go out, and there are a lot of patients, there are a lot of negative news about the spreading of coronavirus. one thing that I learned during this pandemic situation, and even though I'm not at home or in my own country, I was able to keep up myself here. Like, I know there's a struggle that you can feel. Struggle is real because the pandemic is like coexisting with us. It's like part of our lives right now. So one thing that I can assure myself that I'm doing my best, okay, for my family, even though it's not my lucky day or maybe my lucky month, but I know somehow I can find a work here again. But I'll not ever give up in teaching online because this is my passion. This is what I love to do. Hopefully, I can balance myself from working here and also doing online. And for in other words, even though we cannot really say that if there's a situation that calls for it of you know I can say that my situation it's not hopeless because I can do anything, for as long as you can believe in yourself, or as long as you can believe that you can do anything. You just have to really strive harder to look for a job online. And this is a new normal. So doing job online, if companies out there are struggling and removing employees or removing staff just for them to keep up, and or like reduction or reducing salary. But however, on the other hand, you can work at home and you can establish your own company. You can have your own business. It's like a business that you can establish. And if you have that goal and focus, you cannot be zeroed, or you can live and get and keep up with the situation. So I must say that this is a challenge for me. And also I hope this will serve as a great, just like a lesson, or yeah, as a lesson for others that we're not hopeless in this situation right now, even though it's pandemic and out of the country at that. OFW can, or overseas foreign workers can really work at at the comfort of their home. So that's it. I hope I have given you such a lot of insights, and the moral of the story is don't ever give up regardless of any challenges or any situation that may occur or will occur in your future or in the future. Thank you.